Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Kelisha Williams. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Strong fears that some coastal communities in Jamaica could soon become unlivable. 3 dead in 2 separate incidents in Manchester. And in sports, Marcel Gale resigns as Waterhouse Premier League head coach.
Now the details. Heightened concerns this afternoon that many communities in Jamaica could soon become unlivable as climate change continues to create more intense weather events. As a result, Environment Minister Matthew Samuda says it will be difficult for insurance companies and other financial institutions to support certain real estate developments. More in this report. Hurricane Melissa was a true test to Jamaica's infrastructure, and it is clear some developments simply cannot withstand a Category 5 hurricane. With more intense weather events projected in the future, this declaration from Environment Minister Matthew Samuda at a climate change forum on Monday.
Many areas are going to become unlivable because insurance premiums are going to outstrip the capacity of mortgagors to support real estate development. We're already seeing that in developed countries. South Florida is not what it was 10 years ago, and certainly won't be what it is today in 10 years at the current rate.
He explained that coastal communities in Jamaica are especially at risk, and insurance premiums have continued to climb. And as such, some areas could also become uninsurable.
Resilience isn't just going to be thicker cement walls and slab roofs or restoration of 1,000 hectares of mangroves that we foolishly degraded. It's going to have to be also the financial tools to be able to prepare for a very different world. And insurance is going to be at the heart of that. It's why the government, I think in 2013, with CRIF, would have put in place particular coverage at a time where we really didn't have much fiscal space. It's why the administration now would have put in place what we had with the catastrophe bond.
However, he said the catastrophe bond is not nearly enough and more support is needed for developing countries like Jamaica. He also explained that the Loss and Damage Fund, a financial tool activated by the United Nations at the Climate Change Conference in 2023, is not specifically designed to collect insurance premiums.
The Loss and Damage Fund is more of a reparatory mechanism by the large polluters, the large emitters, who have acknowledged under the Paris Agreement from 2015 that there had to be a mechanism that simply said those who lost get help, whether or not they were able to pay insurance premiums. Insurance premiums, I think, in many ways are like the middle income curse that nations like Jamaica face.
The Jamaica Coffee Growers Association is advocating for more to be done to assist farmers. Coffee farmers have been dealt a double blow, first grappling with drought and recently Hurricane Melissa's impact. The association believes without sustained support, it could spell trouble for the industry. Alia Bryant has the details.
President of the Jamaica Coffee Growers Association, Donald Salmon, says more meaningful support is urgently needed to protect one of the country's long-standing industries. He made the appeal on Smile Jamaica this morning.
The coffee trees and all the infrastructure were damaged. And farmers lost a significant quantity of coffee. Berries, trees, and all the different things. They are unable to reap, they are unable to visit their farms.
Mr. Salmon says coffee is an annual crop and it can take up to 3 years before farmers see a return.
The poor farmers, they have lost over $1 billion, unable to sell or for whatsoever reason. So it is extremely difficult to go back into production.
Highlighting the urgent need for support, Salmon says around 80% of small coffee farmers work on 3 acres or less, and many lack land titles, leaving them unable to secure loans. He adds that many are leaving the industry, creating a major challenge for the country.
In 2000, we had over 15,000 farmers, coffee farmers. Today, we have less than 5,000.
What?
Though grateful for the government's assistance with fertilizers, Mr. Salmon says more is needed. Aliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
Calls are being made for more to be done to ease the burden of PATH beneficiaries who have been displaced due to Hurricane Melissa. With many post offices now closed, persons are forced to travel miles to get their benefit. But as you'll hear in this report, the Ministry of Labour insists there are arrangements in place.
Christmas shopping in full swing in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. From supermarkets to vendors selling items on the streets, business is booming once again after the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. It's where we met Peter Ferguson. He told us with Christmas Day approaching, he came to pick up a few items to take back home in Darlaston, Westmoreland. Mr. Ferguson is a PATH beneficiary. He shared that where he once picked up his check was closed, and so he had no choice but to travel to Santa Cruz to get the money totaling $6,000.
And you have to pay fare from Darlaston to Black River to Santa Cruz, to and back. How much money that cost you? Nearly $2,000.
More than that, because some in New Market charge $500 from Darlaston to New Market.
So you don't have nothing left?
You see?
Nothing left because at the grocery shop where he cashed his check,
$500, then take we change it.
And you buy, you have to spend with him. Like a partner, that doesn't come like married thing. You due if you buy and get it change because you can spend with him. He not satisfied that he take pay you.
And take $500.
He different again. And you spend money. So who like spend the rest of them?
when contacted, an official at the Ministry of Labour confirmed that there was an issue at the Darlaston location where PATH benefits were collected. This has since been rectified. As for persons in Westmoreland who collected the benefits at post offices impacted by the hurricane, they've been referred to other facilities nearby. Janella Precious, TVJ News.
Some fishers in St. Thomas are expressing relief after receiving much-needed support following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries recently visited Yalas, where they distributed mesh wires to fishers. Many of the fishers had been left without the material after it was damaged or destroyed during Hurricane Melissa. Speaking with TVJ News, residents expressed gratitude for the initiative.
But I feel so comfortable now because I have nothing out there, not 2 meals left, and I get the choir. I feel comfortable. All I will get, I'm glad for them get on. We don't look for something more better now, but I still give thanks because we must get nothing, because we don't give nobody nothing to put on. So thank them for them, I wish them could have do more still, but I just saw it go. I just give thanks to where I go on. I'm glad for it. Can give me a little more strength to see.
About how much fishermen you look about today?
Well, we think we have about 170 on the list. So we are doing, today we focus on Cow Bay, Yalas, and we're going to Martin Bay next.
To other news now, police in Manchester are probing a series of deadly shootings that have left 3 men dead in 2 separate incidents. Antonia Atkinson has the details.
Christmas in Manchester has begun on a grim note as police investigate 3 murders in less than 48 hours. The latest incident involves a double homicide along Manchester Road in Mandeville Tuesday night. Residents reported hearing loud explosions sometime after 9 p.m., initially believing the sounds were firecrackers. Moments later, 2 men were seen lying on the ground in front of a shop near the main road. Both men were found with gunshot wounds. They have been identified as 40-year-old Nicholas Tomlinson, a truck driver of Midday, Mandeville, Manchester, and 32-year-old Chester Smith, a labourer of Midday, Manchester. Meanwhile, police have also confirmed the identity of a man whose body was discovered early Sunday morning along a Hall Road in Brokenhurst, southern Manchester. He is 41-year-old Everall Richards, a maintenance worker of Villa Road. Antonia Atkinson, TVJ News.
And it's time for our first break here in the Midday News, but stay with us. More stories when we come back. Welcome back to the Midday News, and thanks for staying with us. It's now time for the Business Minute.
Honeybun recorded lower profits in the year ended September 30, 2025, despite an increase in revenues. The baked goods manufacturer reported net profit of just over $109 million, down from about $230 million in the previous year. Revenue for the year climbed to roughly $4.1 billion, compared with just under $3.9 billion in the prior year, supported by higher sales. However, the company's administrative, selling, and distribution expenses rose significantly. Lower interest income and a decline in the value of investment also weighed on overall performance. Further afield, the Department of Homeland Security is now offering $3,000 to undocumented immigrants to self-deport by the end of this month. That's triple the $1,000 stipend that's been offered since May. Immigrants who take the offer are also given a free plane ticket, and any civil fines or penalties for failing to leave the country are cleared. The Department of Homeland Security says tens of thousands of people have already taken an exit bonus by self-deporting through the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Officials have previously said it costs an average of $17,000 to arrest, detain, and remove illegal immigrants. Those who leave voluntarily could potentially return to the U.S. through a legal process. For the Business Minute, I'm Prince Moore.
And it's now time for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, former Suriname head of the Directorate of National Security, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Vera, could face up to 9 years in prison as the military court prepares to deliver its verdict next week. Prosecutors allege Vera was complicit in crimes linked to the 2020 attempted kidnapping of a former parliamentary candidate. Vera denies all charges, calling the case politically motivated, while her defense argues the investigation was deeply flawed. And on the international scene, the Federal Communications Commission has banned the latest generation of Chinese-made drones, including models from DJI, the world's largest drone maker. These drones, widely used for inspections, agriculture, videography, and search and rescue, have been considered a national security risk since 2017. The FCC says the drones could be used to gather data, conduct surveillance, and even carry out destructive operations over the U.S. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aliyah Bryant.
We head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your midday sports report.